And ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Geekcaster, everything geek culture and geek media. I am Michael Seven Michael, and today we've got...
What's up, guys? This is Bevan. I just want you all to know that there is a YouTube video of taking the hobbits to Isengard in a 10-hour loop. Just in case nobody's heard it enough, you can put it on loop for 10 hours and just blast it on your next Lord of the Rings party. And everyone will hate you for it, so do it. It's awesome. I can't wait to play Michael this when we're off the air, because legally I can't play it right now.
You know, those YouTube rules. Well, speaking of rules...
regulations, yeah.
Regulations and stuff, let's talk about sound and let's see if we can break some of those rules. So there are a lot of soundtracks out there that everybody have grown to love. And what would you say your favorite superhero soundtrack?
Like, when you say superhero soundtrack, do you mean like the one that's the most popular, the one that like as a whole is a very solid album, or like has a really great one song, a score? We got to break this down a little bit.
All right, let's go from song.
And
then we'll go to the overall soundtrack.
Theme song or pop cover song? Those are going to be two different answers.
Theme song.
Theme song, because I'm biased, it's Batman. And it's the 1966 Batman, just because it's really catchy and it gets stuck in your head. But also the Tim Burton Batman theme song is pretty good as well. Bat Dance is also solid, but we're going to go with 1966 Batman. Spider-Man theme song coming in as a close second, as long as Michael Bublé sings it.
Interesting.
You?
Wow. Well, as far as catchy, I think I would have to go with this.
Oh, yeah, but that's a score. That was going to be my vote for score. John, it's really hard to top John Williams.
Yeah.
John Williams is like, he's got the Star Wars theme song, he's got the Jurassic Park theme song, he's got Close Encounters of the Third Kind, he's got Jaws, and he has Superman. And I think Superman is probably the most iconic score, theme song score.
Ever, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I know Avengers tries to have a decent theme song, orchestration, score, which is fine. It's not bad, but like it's definitely not like Superman's, kind of thing.
I would say Bat Dance for my overall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because Prince actually hung out on set when they were filming. He actually took clips of the audio from the film.
I do
really
remember
delved
that.
into the characters, and because it was a balance between creativity, doing his Prince thing that he does, but at the same time told a story in itself that didn't take away from the film, only added. No one's ever done that since.
No, it's true. I want to say if you want to go with like favorite superhero soundtrack as a total, like you could play it through and really love it, is probably Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Just simply because it was such an iconic, it defined what the characters were going to be. The music kind of set the tone for the entire movie. And I think Thor Ragnarok tried to do something similar to that, except Thor Ragnarok, Guardians did it first.
Right.
They really gave the songs character to the movie, and they gave Star-Lord his like motivation. That was part of his mom, and it really just set the tone for the entire film. Yeah. So I would say that soundtrack is pretty solid.
It's interesting because within the Guardians of the Galaxy, the soundtrack was actually a character of the film. Which was nice.
That was it very much was a character of the film. Like they acknowledged that he was playing this music to get him in the mood, to pump him up, to comfort him. To bond him, like at the end when they play "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," and like he like converts all these guys to actually like his music.
Right.
It's a bonding moment for them too, and it also even kind of saved the planet as well with him doing a dance off.
Right.
Yeah, so the music itself is very much part of the film as a whole. As instead of just being there for the audience, it was there also for the character. Can't really say that about any other superhero film.
No, not really.
Guardians for the win.
Now, going with a sci-fi.
Sci-fi?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You have to think twice.
no, yeah. I mean, sci-fi is like with sci-fi. It's like the Imperial March gave the Empire its character. It was actually
Right.
more the Darth Vader theme until you get to Solo, where all of a sudden the Imperial March is part of their promotional video.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that part. But anyways, yeah, I would say the Imperial March is definitely probably more iconic, I would say, than the Star Wars song itself. But the crawl, I don't know. What do you say?
I would, yeah. Star Wars would be number one. Star Trek can kind of be up there.
You hesitated.
Yeah, well, I'm such a Star Wars fan because you could definitely argue the first Star Wars soundtrack and A New Hope and the Return of the Jedi soundtrack could arguably be the best two.
Oh, wait! You got to do the Empire Strikes Back, because that's when the Imperial March was introduced. The Imperial March is not in A New Hope.
It's not. Oh,
Nope.
wow, you're right.
It's not.
Wow. So then, yeah, you could really go back to back. They could definitely, all three of those soundtracks could actually be, wow, that's right. But of course, we all know.
I mean, yeah, the Cantina song.
Yeah.
The Cantina song is great, but like, the Imperial March is better. I mean, the Imperial March really, it made you fear just hearing that soundtrack just set the tone for how dangerous the Empire can be. Because in the first movie, it's like, oh, these guys can't shoot worth for crap,
Right.
Like, why should I be afraid of them? And then you put in that tone, and it's like, oh man, I don't want to mess with these guys at all. I mean,
here's one for you. Hold on, let me see if I can
ready.
punch this up.
Yes.
Don't exist, no names and no it's all something strange.
Oh man, Will Smith.
My bees is at
I can't hear it, but I can hear it.
Yeah, the Men in Black
Oh,
was.
the Men in Black, here they come.
Now wait a minute. With the when Will did Men in Black,
As I
Then
try to
what wa-
hide the circle in my eyes.
what was the one he did when he was the Wild Wild West thing, right?
Yeah, it's called Wild Wild West.
Right. That soundtrack came out after this, so that's like every year Will came out not only with a movie but with a hit soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean, he did it Independence Day. There was not a
Okay.
song in Independence Day. And
Right.
then he did Men in Black, and that's when he did the Men in Black song. And then I think after Men in Black song, he did the Getting Jiggy With It album, and he had the Welcome to Miami, Bienvenido a mi, and then Getting Jiggy With It. Guys, I'm not a rapper. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, if you want to talk about like pop cover songs from superhero films, I want to argue that the most iconic and most popular one that everyone still knows but forgets from a Batman film is Kiss from a Rose.
Kiss from a Rose is definitely, yeah.
And then you have Hero by Nickelback with the first ever Spider-Man movie. Both of them were very iconic. Although Celine Dion's Ashes from Deadpool 2 is pretty funny. It's actually a really good song, but it's not really like it's not anything like Hero and Kiss from a Rose.
Now it's interesting because they started to put a lot of money into soundtracks around that time.
Yeah.
They put a lot of money into Spider-Man 2, but I can't remember any hits from that one.
I don't think there was a Spider-Man 2 song that really stuck out.
Okay.
I just remember Spider-Man 2 being big. I don't know, what does it say on the soundtrack? Does it say that they had a song from Spider-Man 2? It definitely wasn't Hero. That was the first one.
I'm going to look that up. And you can actually watch me look that up, ladies and gentlemen. Spider-Man And you could watch me spell things wrong, and Google will fix it automatically.
Google correct.
Let's see what was on here.
Vindicated?
I don't remember that one.
Brain, Ordinary. Maroon 5 is on here too? What the hey?
That was on there?
Danny Elfman, of course. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. I remember that. I don't think any of them was a major hit. Sorry.
Yeah. But they put money into this one.
Yeah, no, because it did so well the first time.
Right.
I don't even think Batman Returns even had a hit song. I know Prince did the first Batman, and then Seal did Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin, that was just a walking hot mess to begin with. I don't remember any song from Batman and Robin being like, oh my God, it's so memorable. Maybe because at that point Celine Dion was just taking over with Titanic.
Yeah.
Her heart was going on and on and on.
And so my eardrums. So.
I love that song. The radio killed that song. The radio played it too much. There was a lot of iconic superhero songs like Kiss from a Rose and Hero. But also Disney was still hyped up then, and there was a lot of pop cover songs of Disney. Like Beauty and the Beast, Celine Dion was also part of that cover with Peabo Bryson. That was they won the Oscar. So there was that. I mean, we're not really counting Disney, are we? Because that's a separate category in itself.
No, Disney is just, from Aladdin on, or should I say, or is it Lion King? No, Aladdin, Lion King.
Well, it's actually Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King.
Wow.
Sorry, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Pocahontas. Vanessa Williams did the cover for Pocahontas. And then
actually they don't release a film without a hit being on it.
Not for Disney. We all remember Let It Go. And I wish we were still letting that go.
Yeah.
Let It Go was a good song. It's just the problem with Frozen was it was a Wicked ripoff. They even hired the same actress that played Elphaba in Wicked to play Elsa in Frozen, and Defying Gravity was basically Let It Go. God, that was such a hit. I actually shudder to think. And then Moana had How Far I'll Go, and then I don't know what's coming out next. What's the next Disney princess thing we're getting? I think it's Wreck-It Ralph, but
they just did a Latin American princess. I saw the toys for it. And
yes, she's a TV show.
Oh.
She's not a movie. She's a TV show.
They didn't give her own movie?
No, they made her a TV show.
Flipping Disney.
Flipping.
You just, talk about being shafted.
Well,
she didn't get her own film.
She didn't get her own film, no. It's coming, though. It's coming. Speaking of, Disney, so there was a Wreck-It Ralph trailer that came out, I think yesterday, and there's this, I don't know if you want to pull this up, but I got to talk about this Wreck-It Ralph trailer.
Okay, I'll look.
It's like Ralph breaks the internet.
Wreck-It Ralph trailer. Did he really break the internet?
No.
People are using that so much now.
No. So the Wreck-It Ralph trailer is Ralph and his little buddy princess, played by what's-her-face, Sarah.
By what's-her-face?
Sarah something, guys. Sarah something.
Sarah Silverman?
Yes.
I think she's so funny.
She's very funny. Her name is, I think, Glitch, because she glitches.
Right.
There we go. So they go into... I don't think this is this trailer. It's a second trailer.
It's not this one?
No, it's the current one. Because there's a portion where, at the end, where she goes in and meets all the Disney princesses.
Oh.
And it's really funny. It's the new one that came out yesterday, and it's really funny, but it's also kind of like they're kind of bashing the Disney princesses a little bit, and I get it because we're in the Me Too movement, but it's like it's comedy, so whatever. But there was a moment where they're like,
"Oh, okay, I think this is going to be it."
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, she goes in and she's just like, no, it's okay. I'm a Disney princess too. And they're like, well, have you been kidnapped, poisoned, rescued by a man? Does everyone assume that your accomplishments were achieved because of a man? And she's like, yeah, what? Because of a big, strong guy? And she goes, yeah, what's up with that? And they're like, oh my God, she is a princess. I was like, hey now. Hey now, listen, not all of them are useless. Only because I love Belle so much. And yeah, and I love Ariel too, but I will admit she does get saved by a prince. Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, God. I love Eeyore. Yeah, it's towards the end. There's Star Wars. Because here it is.
And this is where they're breaking it down.
Yep, you have hair, magic powers, talk to animals.
Oh man, that's crazy. Wait, we could put.
All your problems got solved because a big, strong man showed up?
Yes, what is up with that?
She is a princess.
It's funny. It's definitely funny, but I'm like, all right, I get I think like Disney's trying to course correct because it gets a lot of backlash of all the princesses like needing rescuing, which is why Moana did not have a love interest and she rescued herself. She didn't have Maui do it, which is all good and stuff like that. It's just like get a little territorial when they make fun of my Disney princesses because I always thought Belle was very independent. And she technically didn't get rescued at all. In fact, she tried to go back to save the beast and stuff like that. And Gaston just dies because he falls off a cliff. But like, but she in a sense rescues him. So it's like, I always considered Belle to be my generation's strong hero. And even Jasmine, I thought, was very independent. You know, she was very much going against the father. I don't want to marry for money. I want to marry for love. Okay, if not, I'm going to run away. And she did. But so I at least liked that about those two. I mean, with Ariel, yeah, she did fall in love with a man, but she was already kind of rebellious to begin with because she was always open to the idea of another world that she was forbidden to be part of. And she's like, well, I want to see the good in them. So there was good things about them, Wreck-It Ralph or Break the Internet Ralph.
Right.
Besides them just being rescued by men. Now, I will admit the most worthless princess is probably Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
The venom.
No. Listen. Have you seen that movie lately? That movie, the heroes are the three fairies. The three fairies literally do everything. They do absolutely everything. They come up with the idea to save her.
Right.
They raise her. They go and get the prince. They break him out. They give him the magic sword. They even untangle his cape because he gets caught in the thorns and for some reason he can't untangle himself. So the three fairies do it and they actually end up killing Maleficent themselves by giving him the power to stab her. So it's like...
Wait a minute. Is there a Bumblebee teaser?
Of what? Oh, for Transformers?
Son of a... Whoa.
Well, what came out recently is the Christopher Robin trailer, which looks really cute. I kind of got all the feels for Winnie the Pooh. Wreck-It Ralph, the Lego Movie 2, which looks like a really funny version of Mad Max. And then, it looks like... Did you see the first one?
Of which one?
The Lego Movie?
Yes.
And it looks like the sister is playing this time because all of her Legos are like the bigger, clunkier, smiley face ones, and they all have little child voices and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty funny. I actually am looking forward to that. I thought the Lego Movie was very clever, which makes me wonder, going back to Solo, what would have happened if the guys that were going to do the Lego Movie did Solo?
Ooh.
You do know about that, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so the guys that did the Lego Movie were set to direct Han Solo, and they did. They shot most of it. And then Kathleen Kennedy didn't like what was being done, so she fired them, and that's why Ron Howard was brought in to reshoot 70% of the movie.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It was a big... So now a lot of Star Wars fans on the internet was like, well, what the hell would I have seen if these guys had stayed on board? You know? I'm curious, too.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to, what is that? So this is what you're talking about,
Yes.
right?
Look at that. That's cute. Am I reacting to it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at Mad Max.
In real time, look at that. Bang, 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 bang. There you go.
I can't hear it, but I remember.
We've got the technology. But no, it looks interesting.
I think it's very clever. I love the way they use the toys. I love the comedy behind it. I love Princess Unikitty. Oh, yeah. So that's technically the sister. Any of the Legos, look, smiley, innocent, and then it's a bomb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the sister's Legos playing with the brother. Because we discovered in the last Lego movie that the 10-year-old boy now had to let his sister come down and play with all of his Legos. And his sister's Legos are like the more juvenile,
Right.
bigger, friendlier, teething safe Legos. And it looks like it's going to be based off of his Legos versus her Legos.
That's brilliant.
And that's like all of her stickers. I love the Lego Batman. I thought that was a really clever movie too. It's very cute.
Now, I hope they don't well, they constantly deliver, which is really good.
Yeah.
But I hope they just don't overdo to the point and make it bad.
You mean too much meta?
A little too much.
I mean, we gotta, as long as it's clever,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's clever, I think it'll work. Anything can always be meta as long as you are clever with your audience and
Right.
treat the audience with respect
Right.
in terms of their meta. I mean, I think Ready Player One was very safe.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of meta in Ready Player One. Like, there was a good story behind it, but it needed to be a little bit riskier, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I mean, even the solo meta was safe, I would say.
Yeah, it was safe. Definitely. I mean, you know, it was all the classic cues of, oh, you know, everything is good now. You know, they don't like, oh, someone's going to betray you. Everyone does. It's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, but I'm tired of Transformer movies, which is interesting because I was a huge Transformer fan as a kid. In fact, before I could even afford to get any Transformers, I made my own Transformers that actually transform.
Nice.
So that's to tell you how geeky I am, I guess, but how much I was really into it.
I think it's just unfortunate that the
I'm going to find a way.
I think the Transformers movies, the problem I think with them, this is just my opinion, take for what it is they've made it so much about the humans that they don't really make it about the bots. It's like, I almost feel like you could do a Transformers movie with no humans in it. And I think I would be more interested in seeing that.
Yeah, you know, because they don't develop it enough that you care. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Optimus is, like, I love the guy that plays Optimus, the voice of Optimus Prime. It's been the same guy forever.
Right.
And I love Optimus Prime.
Right.
And I love even Bumblebee. But the movies are not really focused on them so much. They give the humans more. Is that the new Bumblebee trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. That's Haley What's-Her-Face. That's a pop star. Well, she was an act. I don't know.
Oh, they care about each other. Oh, like, why? I mean, I don't know.
Is this a Beauty and the Beast tale? What is happening?
I don't know, man.
Is this a tale as old as time? What is happening?
Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, Starscream. They took it back a little something.
Wait, are they really not doing Optimus Prime at all? There is no Optimus Prime?
I mean, it seems that this is all about Bumblebee. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. They're stretching. But they probably saved a lot of money by just being able to transform one, you know, than 50 million different robots to have to figure out.
I don't care. I mean, but then again, I might not be the target audience for that. I mean,
No.
it has been proven that the Transformers movies make money overseas more than they do here.
Okay.
So, you know, like when a lot of people question why are these decisions made, it's because somebody's done research somewhere that a market is there for it, therefore warrants the money being made. So I'm pretty positive that maybe it's going to sell really well in China or something like that.
Right.
I think if you look it up, the Transformers made a lot of movies overseas as opposed to here. I know it bombed over here. The last one, at least, did. I mean, I think take the humans out of it. And then maybe we'll have a chance. I want my Thundercats. I want my Thundercats live action. Cut, edit that.
Yeah. Edit that. Nope, we're live.
Dang it.
Well, you know what? On that note, give everybody your social media.
Okay, you can find me at Bevin, Bevin, the letter Y, not now. All lowercase, all together. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. And you can catch me at Michael7Michael. Michael, the number 7 Michael. You're watching Geekcaster, and of course, you could always check us out. Geekcaster.com, and of course, the IG for Geekcaster is Geekcaster. Thank you so much for checking us out, and we will continue to give you geek media, geek culture, our commentary, and say bye, Kevin.
Bye!
We'll see you next time.
These are the people who make Gentleman Jack.
Yeah.
Cultured.
You just did a Gentleman Jack commercial at the end.
Just kidding.
Wait, no,
That's awesome.
hold on, wait for it, wait for
Wait
it.
for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Makers of
Wait for it before we go, folks. We are
Ready?
oh man. Maybe next show we'll give out tacos. Yeah.
God.